What if you could design your Waybar visually, no more hunting through confusing JSON or fiddling with CSS by hand? That's exactly where vsWaybar-Studio shines. This project transforms Waybar customization into an interactive experience, letting you build, style, and preview your desktop bar in real time. If you love personalization but dread manual config editing, vsWaybar-Studio makes tweaking your setup quick, creative, and thoroughly approachable. The way vsWaybar-Studio operates is remarkably user-oriented. When you launch the application, it immediately scans your home directory for your Waybar configuration and style files. Those are typically nestled under /.config/waybar/. Instantly, you'll see a live preview of your bar, faithfully mirroring your actual desktop setup. From there, you can tweak almost everything through the graphical interface. Adjust bar settings like its position, output, or margins, and visually arrange your modules by simply dragging them between the left, center, and right sections. Each module can be clicked for granular control, whether it's changing how your clock displays, updating click actions, or adjusting intervals. Switching up the look is just as intuitive. Jump through dozens of templates and color schemes. One click can swap your entire palette for something new, and with built-in tools, you can even pull colors from your wallpaper via Matugen or generate random palettes for inspiration. When you hit apply, vsWaybar-Studio writes your adjustments right back to the Waybar config and style files, then restarts Waybar so you can see your changes immediately, no manual reloads needed. For advanced users, there's even in-place editing for custom scripts like weather modules, all without ever dropping to a terminal. It's a full-circle workflow: read, design, preview, apply, and repeat, seamlessly, visually, and with plenty of safety nets if you want to try out new ideas without the risk of breaking your setup. Behind the scenes, vsWaybar-Studio is refreshingly simple in its structure. The entire core of the application lives in a single file, vsWaybar-Studio. This is where all the magic happens. It's the Python script that spins up the GTK3 interface, handles loading and saving configuration, manages templates, and drives the real-time bar preview. Because everything's bundled up, setup and upgrades are a breeze. You're not chasing down dependencies or puzzling over a maze of source folders. Supporting this central script are a few specialty files and folders. For example, weather.py is a script template that can be edited directly from the UI, providing a head start if you want to customize your own weather module for Waybar. There's also weather.conf template, which acts as a configuration starting point, showing you how to wire up your modules with external APIs or custom logic. These templates lower the barrier for adding rich, interactive modules to your bar. Screenshots and example palettes are kept in the screenshots directory, offering quick previews and references for what you can build. Shell scripts and auxiliary config files like .sourceinfo and pkgbuild help with packaging and distribution, especially for the Arch user repository. Everything is kept in the repo root for easy access, with a straightforward naming scheme that makes it clear what each piece does. It's a tight, well-organized approach designed for both contributors and end users. You get the power and flexibility of a heavyweight config tool inside an accessible, maintainable codebase. Now let's talk about the architecture and how all the pieces fit together. James, could you walk us through the big picture?
Absolutely, Lena. Imagine vsWaybar-Studio as the conductor, orchestrating the relationship between you, your Waybar bar, and the underlying configuration files. When you launch the editor, the first step is simple. It reads your current Waybar config and style files from /.config/waybar/. These files contain all the details about how your bar looks and behaves, from layout to color settings. Inside vsWaybar-Studio, you interact with a rich graphical UI. Every change you make, like dragging modules around, switching palettes, or editing script settings, is reflected immediately in a live visual preview. This isn't just a shallow imitation. The preview system is wired directly into the parameters that will be written back to the real config files, so what you see is truly what you get. When you're happy with your design, hitting apply triggers a cascade. The editor writes out both the updated config and the updated style.css to disk, right into that /.config/waybar/ folder. Then it sends a signal to the Waybar process to reload. No terminal required, no manual restarts. Waybar picks up the new files and instantly redraws your bar, matching what you previewed seconds earlier. There's another important relationship: vsWaybar-Studio hooks into optional external tools. For example, it can run Matugen to extract color palettes from your wallpaper, or let you edit custom scripts like weather.py inline. These integrations make it possible to blend automatic theme generation and advanced modules into your workflow without ever leaving the application. To sum it up, user interaction flows from the visual editor, through to config and style files, out to the running Waybar process, and back as live feedback in the UI, while optional helpers like Matugen and custom scripts slot into the pipeline as needed. And that's the overall flow. Lena, anything you'd add?
That paints a clear picture, James. It's all about keeping everything in sync: your changes, the config files, and the bar itself, making customization approachable and repeatable. So, who is vsWaybar-Studio really for? If you customize your Linux desktop daily, especially with Waybar on Hyperland, and want zero-fuss, GUI-driven editing, this tool was practically made for you. It's a perfect fit whether you love constant tweaks, want per-project workflows, or just prefer dragging and clicking over typing JSON in a text editor. Getting started is quick. On Arch Linux, just install from the AUR. Otherwise, clone the repository, make the main script executable, and run it. The editor automatically finds your Waybar config, no extra setup required. As you explore, you'll find one-click templates, palette generators, and script customization all at your fingertips. If you're using Hyperland, you'll unlock the full potential with modules like workspaces and window info. But even if you run plain old Waybar, the core features will work great. Advanced users can dig deeper using palette extraction from wallpapers or editing custom scripts, while newcomers get immediate visual feedback with no intimidating code. In short, if you want to see your bar change as you design it, try out new looks in seconds, and never worry about breaking your config. Download vsWaybar-Studio and start building your dream status bar today.